Senator Andrew Lang doing a weekly update. Big topic around the Capitol this week, and honestly, it's been a rather robust discussion because we're talking about fraud. We have a fraud committee that's been stood up in the House, and we are hearing many bills going through the Senate. So just this week, we heard a Office of Legislative Auditor from Senator Rasmussen bill. Really, what it does is it allows a full encompassing circle and a report card when they come out with a report and said, here are the things that these agencies need to fix. Here are the things where there may be other issues going on. This allows them to follow up later on and see if they're actually implementing the changes that we said they should change. So Senator Kroon has a bill for the Office of Inspector General. Now this is something that the state of Minnesota hasn't had on a large scale. It's had several small offices of Inspector General, but the problem that we have in the state really right now is that we have an Attorney General's office that is responsible for prosecuting crimes or agencies that don't do right. And then we have an OLA, which is our arm here in the legislature to look at those agencies and say, you know, here are the things they're doing right, here are the things they're doing wrong. The OLA is actually post facto. It's after the fact. The AG is post facto. That's after they do wrong. The Office of the Inspector General would allow this real-time snapshot of what's going on inside the agencies, what's going on with the agency money, making sure it's going to the right spots and in real times. And then we also have a whistleblower law that was just talked about in committee the other day that Senator Andrew Matthews has and really what it does is it protects whistleblowers on a statewide basis a little bit deeper, a little bit better than we had done so in the past. So moving on, we had several committee hearings this week about education finance, and the budget keeps coming up, and we keep talking about the federal budget. Now, the federal budget does represent about 10% of the state's education finance bill. And most recently, there was an executive order saying that if you're going to receive these funds, there are going to be some strings attached. And it is part of removing some education curriculum that the federal government doesn't like, and I tend to agree with most of what it says. Actually, when you look at it, it might actually save the schools some money. So 90% comes from the state. Now, 2 years ago, we put we put some strings attached to the money that we sent out to the schools. We put a very expansive list of, I think it's over 40 mandates that went to schools. And I had superintendents reaching out to me right away saying, you know, Senator, we're going to be in the red the day that we get this record level of funding. So, and it's all because of the mandates that come down upon us, is that we have to, each one of these costs money and you didn't send money to go with it. So we have slowly been working towards hopefully putting a pause on those, saying if the school can afford it, they can do it. You know, we don't even want to talk about what is included in these mandates because it's kind of beside the point at this time. And then the one topic area that I do keep getting questions about is Senator Mitchell. So on Monday, Senator Mitchell received a second felony charge for burglary tools, and this is something that, of course, in my opinion, has been rather embarrassing for the Senate, rather unbecoming, we'll just say. I try to keep most of my opinions to myself on this one, but I think it's hopefully maybe time that she resigns from her position and that seat is filled with someone else. So that's my opinion on that. So again, appreciate the time, appreciate you tuning in, and as always, ask some questions and comment down below and we'll try to answer them.